shit, guess who's back?
Guess who's back?
Your boy Art of Lunatic here with the homie Eric Moreno.
What's up, guys?
Live.
Back in the studio.
Back.
After how many years?
Oh man, it's been about 2 years hiding in the bunker.
I can't even remember the last time we did an episode. I think we did it back in April. But we're back, you know.
We're back like we never left.
Had some things going on. I still got some things going on. It's keeping me super busy, but we'll get into all that stuff later. How you been, bro?
I've been alright, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things have happened. You know what I'm saying? In my personal life, you know, a lot of things going on. You know what I'm saying?
Tell me a little something, man.
I got my wisdom teeth pulled out. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't exactly a fun experience. That kind of set me down for a little bit.
Never had that experience, so I don't know. I can't relate. Did it hurt like a bitch? I hear that it does.
Man, they took out 3, and then the one that hurt though was on my right. You know what I'm saying? So it was like I felt the pain even while they were doing it, even though they injected me with all the anesthetic.
You can still
shit.
feel it?
I felt that shit, dude. I was like, y'all didn't put enough of that shit in there. You know what I'm saying? That shit was hurting so bad. That shit hurt for a whole week, dude. My shit was like swollen shit.
Like a chipmunk?
Like a chipmunk in this bitch, you know what I'm saying? It was crazy, yo.
Damn. Well, you're good now, though.
Yeah, I'm good now, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm back in health. You know what I'm saying? I got them 2 shots. You know what I'm saying?
How do you know it's your wisdom tooth? That's like, what was going on? What, you feel pain when you eat or something?
Oh yeah, but it happened to me like way back in 2012. That's when I first, I got lockjaw and shit. I couldn't open my mouth.
Really?
Yeah, so I was just like struggling. You know what I'm saying? Struggling and shit. Dog. Shit got swole. I had to fucking like, and so I took a trip to Colombia. You know, so I go to the dentist, and then they were like, yeah, it's your wisdom teeth. But I didn't get pulled out then because, you know, I was on vacation, plus it stopped hurting.
Okay.
But about 2 years ago, they were like, just do 1 because, you know, you're getting old and shit.
Damn.
You know, so the older you get, the more, it hurts.
Right, right.
And so I wanted to take them all out because I want to get, you know, straight my bottom teeth out, so I want to get those braces and shit, you know.
Right. So
that's real hard, man. Go to the dentist. It's never a good feeling. I go for a regular checkup, and that shit's still painful, bro. Like, what the fuck, man?
I seen on IG also you went to, where'd you go?
Where'd I go?
Vegas or something like that?
Oh, yeah, well, yeah, but this week I went to San Diego, you know, the city named after me, you know what I'm saying? Okay, shout out to San Diego. Hey. You know, I got the keys to the city and everything. You know, they let me come down there and go to SeaWorld. Yeah, anytime, bro, anytime. The homie Austin's out there in Lakeside. Shout outs to Austin, a.k.a. Oscar, you know what I mean?
Shout out, bro. I haven't seen that dude in years.
I know, man. He's been hiding out in San Diego.
I haven't been down to San Diego in a good minute, too. I need to go back. The last time I was out there was to promote the book.
Wow. Oh, yeah, I remember that.
That was last year. I think sometime in November or something like that. Early. I can't remember. Yeah, but it was fun. I need to go back.
It's a fun place.
Yeah. I'm glad that things are back open, like restaurants and bars and theaters, bro. I went to the theater for the first time like a month ago. Damn, that shit was cool.
What you watch, man?
What the fuck did I watch?
He's blanking out. Like, I watched something.
I watched something, but I know that the experience was fun.
Was it?
It was one of those theaters where you could sit down, order food.
Oh yeah.
Order drinks.
Nice.
It was cool.
Do they come up to you while you're sitting down, or you just order that shit at the, in the front?
Well, it used to be that when you go to this one, is particular is the AMC Theater in Marina.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So you go there, and it used to be that once you sit down, the waiters will come, they'll take your orders.
Well,
but now,
fancy.
Yeah, it was. Now what the whole COVID thing is, you go inside, and at the counter, that's where you have to place your orders. Like you place your food order and you place your drink orders, and then someone will bring it to you. I remember now.
Now it comes to you.
Yeah, now it came to me. A Quiet Place Part 2.
Oh,
man.
I watched this shit too in the fancy AMC theater.
Good
bro. It's
movie,
crazy.
Bro. I liked it. I really enjoyed that movie. It was really good. I'm trying to think if it was better than Part 1 or if it was kind of the same, equal. I don't know. I want to say that it was not as good as Part 1, but it was still good. It was still a good watch, even if it didn't, like, if this was a standalone movie,
yes,
it'd be a really good movie in my opinion. But because we already had the bar set high with Part 1, I think Part 1 is better. But still, A Quiet Place is really good. I don't know, are we giving out spoilers here?
We can't. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. What'd you think about it? What'd you think about the ending?
Well, first of all, I have to say I'd never seen the first one.
You've never seen the first one?
That's my admission. No, I didn't see it.
Come on,
and
bro.
So yeah, I went in there not knowing what the fuck to expect, and so, but it was cool, man. Like I like the idea of the monsters and everything.
I like the idea that they brought. They didn't really give an introduction of how they got to Earth.
Nah, they didn't.
It was just a big ass bang.
Yeah, I was confused. I was like, where the fuck did he come from? Like,
yeah.
I didn't know the backstory at all. I was just like, what the fuck's going on? You know?
Yeah.
What's the lady's name? The head actress to it.
I forget her name.
She's fine as hell though. I forgot her name.
Yeah, the one that should be playing the Invisible Woman.
Was she in the first one? That was my question.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's in the first one.
Okay.
I like the introduction, how they kind of show how it all started, and everybody's trying to take cover and get away from these aliens. You know, it kind of reminded me of Cloverfield. You ever seen Cloverfield?
Yeah, but without the shaky cam.
Yeah.
Like that's what made this better.
Yeah, but I did like it, and I'm wondering if they left room for a part 3. I wouldn't mind watching part 3. It doesn't seem like they left room for a part 3, but I
forgot. Cillian Murphy was in it.
Yeah, I like that dude.
He's a good actor.
Yeah, I like that dude.
Emily Blunt, she did a great job.
Yeah, and her husband, I forget his name too. He's a
her
director.
Husband in it?
Yeah,
he directed it?
He's a director.
Oh wow,
yeah.
wow, I didn't know that. That's
he's
cool.
the dude from The Office.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a good movie. Cillian Murphy, I like his show too. Have you ever seen Peaky Blinders?
Nah, I
on
haven't.
Netflix? No?
I've just seen his movies, but he's always a good actor. When he's ever in any movie I've seen.
He was Scarecrow, right, in Batman?
Yeah, he was the Scarecrow, which I think takes place in Halloween or something, it came out in Halloween. I don't remember. Yeah. I just remembered it having that kind of Halloween tone to it, in the Scarecrow parts.
Yeah, but definitely A Quiet Place Part 2. I gave it a thumbs up.
Yeah,
it's a must-watch for any horror fan, I think.
What else did you watch?
Aside from going to the theater, that's the only one I've seen.
Really? Okay.
But I have seen on Netflix Army of the Dead by Zack Snyder, starring your boy Bautista. I thought it was a good movie. It's totally different from your typical zombie movie.
It's definitely different.
But in my opinion, the plot of it is kind of strange. But if you accept it for what it is, you'll like it.
If you could, you're right. If you could accept that, then you can go in there and enjoy. You got to take. It's not exactly a grounded movie. You know what I mean? Like, it's not realistic or nothing. It's not like Dawn of the Dead.
No,
and it does not have that tone at all.
No, at all. And in addition to that, you have zombies that can actually think, and they're having babies,
and they wear capes and shit.
Yeah,
that's how you know Zack Snyder's been making hero movies. And shit. This motherfucker had a zombie in a cape.
He took this zombie genre to a whole nother level. But like I said, if you accept it for this whole weirdness of the zombie genre and where it's going now,
hey, that tiger though,
it was cool. Yeah, the tiger was cool.
Spoiler alert, man, that tiger, he ain't there just for looks. I'm gonna put that in there. Like that motherfucker has one of the best scenes in that shit.
That was a cool scene,
man.
The guy that he mauls, he comes out on the show.
Yeah, he's familiar. I know I've seen this fool in other movies.
Not The Walking Dead, but
no. I was trying to think about where I seen him too.
It is part of the Walking Dead world, though. I just can't remember the name right now. But he comes out on that show. He's pretty good.
Yeah, he is.
He's a cowboy. He's a gunslinger.
He was obvious, but he was also a very obviously written character because that motherfucker is gonna fucking snake him. You know what I mean? Like it was so predictable.
Something wrong. Some fishy about that guy.
And the team was like, "Come on, man, y'all didn't see that? He was so suspect, man. Come on." But fuck it, we'll roll with it. Yeah. Hey, but I gotta say though, man, your boy Dave Bautista, man, that motherfucker can act.
Yeah,
I gotta say, like, he ain't just some dumb motherfucker, but he can act.
He's a good actor. He's got every role that I've seen him in.
He got range.
He's really good.
Yeah, they gave him a lot to work with too.
He did good also in the movie The Blade Runner.
Yeah, that's when I finally realized, he can act.
Yeah, he has some range.
Yeah, he really does. I was surprised by it. Well, not surprised, but I was just like, wow,
Yeah. So he did a good job in this movie.
Yeah.
I like the fact that they left it open for a part 2. I'd watch part 2.
Yeah, I definitely would. I think they are making it. I seen something in the news. It's something to do, Army or something. Something like that. Yeah, I seen it like last night. Something was in the news about Zack Snyder making something new.
I assume it's going to take place in Mexico, right? Because the dude who got bitten, the
dude on the plane.
Yeah, he gets, and the plane's landing in somewhere in Mexico.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming it's going to take place. That'll be cool.
You know who that dude looked like, man? He looked like Spawn. The dude who played Michael J. What's his name?
Yeah.
Michael J. White, I think. Yeah. He looked. I thought, is that him? Like I thought it was him, but nah, it's not him. But he's a mean looking dude like Michael J. White and shit.
Big buff dude.
Yeah. Oh, but I don't really see like none of the actors like. Even though he carried, like David Bautista carried the movie, but everybody else did their thing too. You know what I mean? Like, I don't feel like there was bad actors. It was the dialogue wasn't the best. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
But you know, but it worked. You know,
that it had good actors in it.
Yeah, it did.
It really
yeah,
did.
Because I was thinking, I went in this a little doubtful. I was like, man, this shit better not have no bad acting because I'm a clown. This shit.
Yeah.
But nah, the gore too was dope.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. It had some pretty cool
really
scenes.
Good gore. Although at the end there was, you know, the spoiler alert, the head, you know, the main super buff zombie when he gets killed, or I think it was him, but his head gets blown off or something.
Yeah,
and it looked
and
mad CG.
And the helicopter scene, right?
Yeah, I think so. It was towards the end. I was like, that shit looks so fucking CG. But other than that, though, for the most part, it is a cool movie, man. It's spectacle. It's a lot of spectacle.
I did go into the movie thinking it's gonna suck.
Yeah.
Because I saw, of course, from the trailers, you see zombies running. And
yeah, of course.
It looked like an action zombie film.
Yeah. The intro made it seem like a comedy, though, huh?
Yeah, it did a little bit with the Elvis. The
Elvis lady. It was a good intro, though. I'm not gonna lie. I like watching it.
He has some good intros. Even Dawn of the Dead for Zack Snyder.
That's a classic intro. I love that intro.
With the, who does it have? Johnny Cash on it, right?
Yeah, Johnny Cash. That was a good song choice.
Dawn of the Dead.
Great movie.
One of my favorites.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely it's a good movie, Army of the Dead. We do recommend it. It's on Netflix right now. I'm not
sure
it's
free. Well, technically, in a way, it's free, you know.
And if you can stream it somewhere on one of them bootleg sites, you'll enjoy it.
Do what you gotta do.
Yeah. But what else does you said you were watching The Seventh Day from Netflix, right? It's also on Netflix.
Yeah, I watched that shit, man. You know, from the premise did have me interested because like we said before, it looks like, you know, Training Day but with priests.
Yeah.
But man,
I was very disappointed in that movie. Man, I was like. Halfway through the movie, I'm like, damn, I gotta sit through this whole shit because I know I'm gonna talk about it on the podcast. So I'm like, fuck it, I just might as well.
Yeah,
just endure this pain. But yeah, it sucked.
I was bored with it, to be honest.
Did you? Spoiler alert. Did you see the priest being a bad guy? Did you see that coming towards the end?
I think that
little plot twist.
It's like The Right. Remember The Right? The movie with Anthony Hopkins. He was the priest.
Oh yeah, I do remember.
And at the end, he gets possessed.
Yeah.
And then, but in this one, it's different because this one's he masterminded that shit. Apparently, you know what I'm saying?
Apparently.
Yeah, like he tried to do some Alonzo shit, but man, he looked so bored through the entire movie, bro. Guy Pearce just looked like, all right, I'm here for a check.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, that's the face he had.
Nothing else.
Like he looked
came to
bored.
my doorstep. You know, this is the only script, so fuck it. I'm just gonna roll with it and make the best of it. But you know what? I was surprised that it went straight to Netflix. But now I realize
realize why the same. I was like, oh, that's why it's on Netflix.
Yeah, because it fucking sucked.
And then, what do you think about the Spanish priest, the good guy, I guess, or whatever that was, you know, with him? Like, what do you think?
The young guy, right?
Yeah.
I thought he did a good job.
Yeah. I thought
his acting was cool.
He seemed forgettable though to me. Like,
it's not like I'm gonna be like, oh, that's the guy from the 70s.
He has no charisma.
Nah. I mean, he didn't carry the movie either. Could have done a better job. But yeah, I'm not.
A lot of awkward. Fuck. Stand by, people.
Having technical difficulties.
Okay, never mind. We still on.
Oh, we're good?
I'll just edit that out.
All right, cool.
All right, now.
But yeah, no, I wouldn't recommend this movie to anybody.
No.
If you're a horror fan, you're
There's a lot of awkward scenes in
it.
You know what? Like, there's just like a lot of awkward looks and. It's just like, what the fuck's going on? You know what I mean? Like,
hard to keep up.
It did start good though, I will say, because they had your boy Keith David who voices Spawn, and he's been in The Thing and a lot of other horror movies.
Had a good intro.
Yeah, it fooled me. I was like, oh, this might be good.
Yeah,
but after that,
that shit went downhill.
Nose dives from that shit. You're like, oh shit, what the fuck am I watching?
Yeah. So if you have nothing to do and you really want to bore yourself, just go ahead and watch Seventh Day. But I wouldn't recommend it.
I wouldn't either, unless you just want to go to sleep or something, have it in the background or something. I don't know.
Instead of that, I would recommend, if you're able to watch it and stream it, or go to the theater, The Conjuring Part 3.
I didn't get to watch it. God damn it. I wanted to, but I didn't get to catch it yet.
I'm not going to talk. I'm not going to go into depth about it, but it's a good watch.
Thank you.
Am I going to say that it's better than Part 1 or 2? No. But it's still a good movie. It stuck to the real life. Like, for example,
gotcha.
Lorraine's husband, he does have a stroke in real life, and he is affected by it, and in the movie they do show that. I like the way that they did it, but it was a good movie. It does have a lot of CGI in it. I don't know if like for me, I'm not a CGI fan.
Yeah,
especially in a horror movie.
It's overdone too.
Yeah, it's overdone. I don't like that.
Yeah,
like for example, The Exorcist. It didn't have any CGI.
No, practical.
It was all robotics, and they kept it that way with the robots. And if they would have done that with The Conjuring, I think it would have been a better movie. I think they went a little over the top with the CGI, but it was still a good movie.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's a good watch. I'd recommend it. I'd give it a 7 out of 10.
Okay. Is it a court drama the way it kind of the trailers make it seem to be, or is it a little bit different than the trailers?
No. I mean, there is court drama in it, but it's not like they're in the court filming and taking scenes from it. No.
Okay.
But it does stick to the script.
Stick to the script
about what happened to this guy. It's crazy, bro. It's sad, and to think that it could actually be true. That a demon possessed you to murder somebody. Can you imagine that?
That's like the son of Sam. That's what he claims. He claims
but years later he came saying that no, he made that whole shit up. Yeah.
What the fuck? I didn't know that.
In an interview, he said that he just made that whole thing up about being possessed, talking to a fucking dog, and the dog made him do shit. I mean, it seems legit, but nah, yeah, he made that up. He's just a crazy motherfucker.
It seems legit. He's talking to his dog.
Okay,
that's funny.
This guy was possessed. Nah, yeah, he was just fucking crazy, killing people.
Yeah, that's how it be, man. These crazy ass fucks out there. It's kind of like that movie From Hell, which was about Jack the Ripper, and it has Johnny Depp. Yeah, it's kind of like that, where he claims he was doing this shit. You know, the serial killer claims that he's, you know, from hell or some shit. I can't
remember that movie.
Yeah,
I remember it, but I can't remember.
It's
watching
not that good. You know,
it's not memorable.
It's all right. You know what I'm saying? Not his best work.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, but it's all right. You know, I was interested in it because the whole Jack the Ripper thing. You know, that's it's very intriguing, but it was all right.
Yeah, not a memorable movie.
Nah,
I'm not gonna watch it again.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna look for it on Netflix either.
I'd rather watch Sleepy Hollow. I think that one has a lot of cool atmosphere for you know, like when it's October.
Yeah.
I don't think I've mentioned it before, but that is one of my October movies.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, because it really has that October Halloween feel to it. You know what I mean? So that's
Speaking of Halloween, man, I'm excited.
Word.
I'm excited to watch Halloween Kills, bro.
The new Halloween Kills.
Man,
nah, he died, man.
Nah, bro,
he's
alive.
Bro. Nah, man, can't nobody survive that fire, bro.
Michael Myers can't.
Nah, man, bro. Nah, but this wouldn't be the first time though, would it? Because then they burn him in the original Halloween 2, way back the 80s version.
Part 2?
Yeah, I think it ended like that.
When he gets burned?
Yeah, well, I remember he gets shot in the eyes. Do you remember that? Laurie shoots him in the eyes.
Are we talking part 1 or part 2?
Part 2.
He gets shot in the eye? I can't remember
Part 2 takes place like literally right after the first scene. You know what I mean?
She goes to the hospital. He chases her.
A large part of it takes place in the hospital.
Yeah.
And I think he does get burnt or some shit towards the end.
I can't remember that part.
Yeah. But they're doing it in this version now, apparently. I don't know how he survived that shit. So that means that he's really not human, or does it?
Yeah, that's good. That's a good question. They're probably going to answer that, maybe not in this one, in Halloween Kills, but the next one. Because there's another one coming up, too. I can't remember the name of it.
He could be on PCP.
He could, too. I mean, this crackheads.
You know, hey.
They got superhuman powers.
Exactly. Like
the trailer looks good though.
Yeah, the trailer looks amazing. I'm not sure if it's the same director. I think it is. I think Danny McBride did help write it though.
Yeah. Definitely looking forward to that when it comes out October 15th. That is one that I'm not gonna stream. I'm gonna go to theater. No,
that's a theater. Yeah. I watched the last one in the theater too, and it was amazing.
Yeah, me too.
It was a great movie. The score was fucking. I think John Carpenter did it.
Did he?
Yeah, I think he went back and helped out with the score. That's why it was so amazing. Because it was, like, towards the end, especially when it gears up, that shit had me pumped. I'm like, hell yeah, let's kick this motherfucker's ass. You know what I mean? I was feeling that shit, man. But this one looks dope. Like her daughter in it, it's not a badass. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so that shit, the whole town's like, you know what I'm saying, against him and shit. You know what I'm saying? It kind of reminds me of Halloween 4, I think, where the town starts, trying to hunt him down because they know he's coming or something.
Oh, right,
you know what I mean?
right, yeah.
Which Low key, I think. Well, not low key, but I'm just gonna say it. I think it's a pretty good entry, man, to the Halloween series. Halloween 4.
It has some action in it too.
Yeah, it felt creepy. Yeah.
It looks good.
Oh yeah, the new one.
Yeah, the new one. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I can't wait. I cannot wait.
October 15th for that one.
You know what I did see?
What?
Which I've never watched the other movies. The Purge. I think I've seen the first one.
Oh yeah. I didn't see the last one.
I watched it.
What the hell is it called?
Something The Purge.
It's it looks like a cowboy movie, right?
Yeah, it's definitely a cowboy movie. Cowboys and Mexicans. That's the best way I can describe that shit. You know what I mean?
Did you watch it?
Yeah, I watched it. I watched it in theater, and but yeah, it was alright. You know what I mean? It has a very predictable ending, though. Spoiler alert.
Okay.
But yeah, the ending. You could see that shit coming a mile away.
Tell me what happens, because I'm not gonna watch it, honestly.
It's just your basic action shit, you know. It's saying like they just win, and it has little fights and scruffles and shit, whatever. You know, the main people live. You know what I mean? Like the good guys. You know what I mean? It has a very nice ending to it, I guess you could say.
So it's called the Forever Purge. Is it the Forever Purge?
Apparently so, because the rednecks or some shit are mad. They want to take back America, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
You know, the MAGA boys, you know what I'm saying? And so, you know, and then they hire the help, which happens to be Mexican people. And then towards the end, they team up, you know, they got a common cause.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, it's a very heavy-handed political movie in a way, you know what I mean?
Does it leave it open for a sequel?
Yeah, it basically implies that America just goes into complete chaos in a forever purge. Hence the name.
It is for the Forever Purge.
There's like a group of rednecks that are kind of like in real life the Minutemen that hunt down people crossing the border and shit like that. So they got a group of dudes like that are hunting people down and killing them and shit, and they want the purge to be forever so they could make America great again. So it's that kind of shit.
Yeah, I'm not watching that.
Yeah, it was alright. It nothing scary. That's all I'm gonna say. It was just a few jump scares and it's action, pretty much. Oh, it did have some good gore, though. There was a few scenes in there that was pretty cool.
I like gore.
So, yeah, if you're a gore hound, you might like this movie, you know what I mean? If anything, the gore is cool.
I wonder if the last movie, Saw with Chris Rock, I wonder if that had any gore. Did you see that one?
I didn't watch that shit. It's going to be hard for me to take Chris Rock seriously as a detective. I'm sorry. I know he's been in serious role, shout out to Pookie. But, it's just hard, man.
I'm not a fan of the Saw series, honestly. I've seen part 1. Yeah. It was cool.
Part 1 and 2 are cool.
Yeah. After that, I'm like, I'm through.
I mean, and I like gore and shit, but Saw movie is more of a torture porn type thing.
Yeah.
And it gets ridiculous with the writing in it. And I used to watch I watched damn near all of them just because I was curious about where they're gonna go. I like, how are y'all gonna come back with a sequel after this shit? And they kept monkey wrenching that shit into it.
Yeah. Didn't he have cancer or something like that?
Yeah, cancer, and this other girl was working for him. I was like, what the fuck?
This shit can go on forever.
Yeah,
man.
I was like, how is he still in the movie? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But in the new one, I think they got a new
killer,
a new puppet.
Mastermind.
Yeah, they don't have the little puppet riding the bike anymore. You know what I mean?
They don't?
Nah, I don't think so. They made up a whole new thing.
Ah, that sucks.
Yeah, everybody misses that shit.
I'm over here all butthurt like I'm gonna watch it. I don't give a
hey,
shit.
but you know what though, man? I am excited though. I mean, now that the pandemic's calming down, it seems like a lot of theme parks are opening up, which leads me to hope that this October, them haunted mazes and all that goody Halloween shit that we enjoy going to are gonna open again. I'm really looking forward to it.
I got I follow Universal Studios on Instagram.
Yeah.
And I saw that they posted something new for Halloween. I don't know what mazes they're gonna have, what themes they're gonna have, but they always have something good.
Yeah, they always do.
I think they're probably gonna have something with the Purge because I think they've had it before.
Yeah, they've definitely had it. The Walking Dead too.
The Walking Dead. I think that's a permanent attraction though.
Yeah, The Walking Dead. Matter of fact, here's a tip: if you ever go to the mazes during Halloween, just skip The Walking Dead because that shit is like dead, literally dead. Like there's barely anybody in there trying to scare you. It's really boring. Just don't do it.
Are you planning to go this year?
Yeah, hopefully, yeah. Definitely.
I'll think about it.
I haven't went since that time I went with you in 2019, homie.
Jesus Christ.
That pandemic, yo.
Yeah.
That shit fucked everything up.
It did, bro. It's like everything was just shut down, and it seemed like that year didn't even exist.
I wish it didn't, but it does. But yeah, man, I'm looking forward to that, man.
Some good things in 2020, though. Even though it sucked for a lot of other people, it was good for some other people.
Speaking of Halloween, one last talk about movies. This one's animated though.
What is it?
you ever read The Long Halloween graphic novel by... It's a Batman story. I forgot who wrote it. Sorry, guys. But it's one of my favorite Batman stories ever.
Yeah?
And it's so good that Christopher Nolan adapted a large part of it into The Dark Knight, because it's kind of the origin story for Two-Face.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm talking about Christopher Nolan took entire lines from that movie.
Did he?
Yeah, it's like, it's a lot. There's a lot in there in The Dark Knight and
that comic book.
Yeah, and The Batman, the movie that's about to come out next year, is also very heavily influenced and based on this
that same
story,
comic book,
because it is a very intricate story. It's not your typical Batman story. It's more detective, and there's a killer.
Okay.
And he kills during the holidays, the holiday killer. And so there's this big mystery on who's killing, and Batman has to consult this other killer that's like that. I think it is the holiday killer, but they're looking for another copycat type character.
Yeah.
And he has to help him. So it's kind of like Silence of the Lambs, except Batman, has to talk to this dude, and he's creepy as fuck. And so he tries to help Batman and detectives out, and it's just this really long, intricate story. A lot of villains are in it, but they do serve a purpose, even the Joker. But they're not the main villains. But it all gets weaved really... It's a well-written story.
Okay.
Now, DC has just put out an animated movie, and they had to break it down in 2 parts because I guess it's so long or whatever. And so I watched it last night, or the day before, and it was really good. I was not impressed by the trailers. I didn't think it was going to be good. But
what's the movie about?
The Long Halloween. It's pretty much the adaptation. Yeah, it's pretty much
cool.
The animated version, and it's really good, man. And the changes they made weren't even all that bad. It makes sense what they did. You know what I mean? And it's also a lot of the mob is in this. And it's, in the original graphic novel, it was very inspired by The Godfather.
Huh,
so
nice.
So the head mob guy is a lot like The Godfather.
Yeah.
And he has ties to Bruce's dad.
Oh damn.
Because he helped Bruce's dad. He was a medical dude, right? So they knew Falcone or whatever, and he helped him one time because he got shot and he didn't want to go to the hospital, but he knew Bruce's dad.
Okay.
So he went to this mansion, and so eventually in the story that comes out, and they're like, "Hey, your dad had ties to the mob. You might be a part of this killing and shit."
Wow.
You know what I mean? So even Bruce ends up in jail and shit. You know what I mean?
Does he?
It's a crazy story. I recommend the comic to anybody, and I definitely recommend the animated movie, which, like I said, I was surprised because DC movies have been good in the past, but they're a little bit hit and miss when it comes to animated as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but this one was good.
Where did you watch it on? Netflix?
No, I ended up having to rent it on Amazon because they didn't have it anywhere, and I didn't want to buy it. You know what I mean? Because I was like, what if it sucks?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it was a good movie.
Okay.
That's all I gotta say. And The Long Halloween, perfect for Halloween. It really is creepy. There's a lot of cool stuff in it, and especially if you're looking forward to the Batman movie, you should definitely check it out.
Cool. I'm gonna put that on the queue and watch it.
Yes, sir. I can't wait for part 2.
If there is a series that I'd recommend for you guys to put on the queue, and it's on Netflix.
What is it?
It's called The Black Summer.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
It's a zombie show.
Oh, zombies.
Man, it's really good. I'm watching season 2 right now.
Season 2.
And the whole apocalypse already happened, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's trying to take cover and find shelter, find food, kind of like The Walking Dead.
Kind of like real life.
Yeah. And it's really good. I like the way how they show one story and how that story happened. So they go back and forth. They show different scenes.
Yeah.
The beginning of it and then the ending of it and what's going to happen. They take little stories and they create other stories in it within the show.
Oh, wow.
It's really cool.
Oh.
And they have... The zombies are good.
That shit sounds dope.
They're super zombies. Super zombies being that they can run.
They can run fast? Okay.
Yeah, so they're not like your Walking Dead zombies.
Not Romero
slow
zombies.
As fuck. Yeah, no, not Romero zombies.
Okay.
Did you know Romero said that running zombies are not really zombies?
I think he did. Yeah.
He said that. I don't agree with that. But anyway.
That's a whole other discussion.
Yeah, on the podcast. But I like this show. I highly recommend it. If you're okay with super zombies, you'd like this show. I recommend watching season 1. Season 2 is up right now. I'm on episode 6. I haven't finished it yet, but it's a really good show.
I mean, speaking of Netflix, though, I heard your boy R.L. Stein got something on Netflix. Man.
I heard something about that.
Yeah, I seen the trailers. The trailers look good, man.
What is it called?
It's kind of like a more adult Goosebumps type series, but it has kids and teenagers and shit. I think it's geared towards them. I gotta say,
Fear Street.
Fear Street. R.L. Stein. I'm not sure if he directs it or writes it.
I think there is
he's involved in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a part 1 right now called 1994. I haven't seen it.
I love that.
I saw the first 10 minutes of it. It looks good. It reminded me of Scream.
Really?
Yeah.
The R.L. Sign joint.
Yeah.
Okay.
With in part 1 of Scream where Drew Barrymore dies.
Oh, when she's called the classic scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it has that type of that same type of intro.
Okay.
For this movie, but I only watched it 10 minutes. No, I didn't finish it because I started doing something else. But yeah, I'm
the
gonna
same thing
it.
happened to me. I was watching it, but I was really drunk when I watched it. So I ain't gonna lie. I was watching with my girl, and we kind of lost interest because it just seemed a little bit cheesy.
Yeah,
and I don't know if that was the alcohol or what, but it didn't catch our attention. I'm gonna have to rewatch it, on one of those nights, might smoke and watch it. You know what I'm saying? Just pay attention to it. I
think part 2 is up also.
Okay.
It's called, what is it called? 1984, something like that, or
that's the
1978. I'm gonna watch that one too.
Okay.
First...
1984. Yeah, I think that is the name of it.
Is it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so we'll get back to you guys on that.
Yeah, you been reading any books though?
Right now, I'm currently reading Jerusalem's Lot.
Damn.
I'm sorry, not Jerusalem's Lot. Solemn's Lot.
I was like, what?
I'm barely on chapter 2. It's a Stephen King book. It's about vampires.
Yeah.
Barely on chapter 2. So nothing exciting has happened yet. It's slowly building up.
Getting to know the characters type
Yeah,
thing?
exactly.
Okay.
Getting to know the characters. There is a little backstory about what's going on in that city.
Right.
But speaking of that, there is a new show based on Stephen King's book Jerusalem's Lot. It's called Chapelwaite, which premieres August 22nd on Epix, and it's starring your boy Adrian Brody.
Wow. He's a good actor.
It's a prequel to the book that I'm reading right now, so I'm very interested in it. That means I have to hurry my ass up and finish the book.
So it has to do with vampires.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That's another reason. I got to read that book too, but I'm not gonna lie, and watch the series because I've never watched it, and I know what it's about. I know what the vampires look like and everything, but I've just never watched it.
No.
But I need to, and the book.
Yeah. So I'm busy right now, man, with a lot of things going on right now. Getting married.
Uh-oh.
In 2 months, September, so wedding planning is taking all my time. I started going back to work.
Oh, shit.
I'm back in the office now.
Back on the saddle.
Back on the saddle, and the drive, man. It's not a long drive, but you just miss waking up and then starting work, Now I got to wake up, get ready, drive my ass to work.
That morning rush?
Yeah, that morning rush.
Oh, my God. I don't miss that shit at all, dude.
I just started going back to work like 2 weeks ago.
Wow.
But yeah, it's like life has gone back to what it used to be. And
yeah,
it's kind of weird now. It's weird for me now, Back when I started working at home, I hated it.
Really?
Yeah. I enjoyed being in the office, actually being at work, because I don't like to combine work and home.
Yeah.
So I had to do that back when the pandemic started in 2020. But now that I got to go back to the office, I was like, fuck, I enjoyed being at home. I enjoyed working in my PJs or in my shorts. I got used to it.
Yeah.
So it's just I got to go back to the routine that I had before, waking up earlier to get ready.
Yeah.
It's just the routine that sucks. And plus, I'm living with my fiance, and I enjoyed having my time with her, having her there and having lunch with her, having breakfast with her, being there with her and seeing her here and there. And she has her own job too.
Yeah.
She works from home too. But yeah, we'd make time for each other and have a few minutes and talk. But now I can't. I don't have that time with her anymore because I'm at the office.
We're back to the real world
so
now.
It sucks. But yeah, it's just a different routine. Got to get back into that. But yeah, man, have it busy. And then after work, get home. Either I cook dinner or help her cook dinner, then work out, and then also write. I'm still writing my book,
which I'm anticipating.
Oh yeah, well I'm sorry, brother, but it's gonna take a while.
It's fine as long as it gets cooked right.
That's what I want to be a master chef and make this the best book I've ever written.
Cuisine right there.
Yeah. So, but speaking of the book, I did enter a contest.
Oh.
Let me pull up this information for other people that would like to enter this contest. It is for adult fiction, and they are accepting chapter 1.
Nice.
So, for any author that's interested in submitting, if you have anything that's not completely finished, if you're in the process of working, creating a new story, and you already have a chapter 1, you can submit it. You want to go to, let me give this website out. It's called thevoyagejournal.com. I repeat, thevoyagejournal.com. It's called Summer 2021 First Chapters Contest. It's now open and it closes July 18th. So hopefully we get this podcast before July 18th.
People, you got 7 days if I post it today.
Yeah. Good luck.
Good luck. I hear that. Hey, fuck it. Sometimes you gotta meet deadlines.
Yeah. So let me just read this real quick. The first place winner will receive $3,000 and an hour-long consultation with a literary agent.
That's dope.
Second place will receive $300 and publication.
Nice.
Third place will receive $200 and publication.
Wow.
Finalists will also receive written feedback from a literary agent. Bonus: every entrant will receive access to a pre-recorded mini workshop. Let me read the guidelines. Voyage submissions are open to all writers working in English. International submissions are also allowed. Submissions must be the first chapter of a young adult novel. Full novels do not need to be completed, and from the point of view of a young adult, meaning through the lens of a teen protagonist. The chapter doesn't have to be standalone. 5,000 word count maximum, not minimum, maximum. We're open to any genre or style. Just send us the best you've got. Previously unpublished work only, please. Simultaneous submissions are fine. Just notify and withdraw your entry if it's picked up by someone else. There is a $20 reading fee per entry. Multiple submissions are okay. Please submit each as a separate submission. Every entry will be considered for our regular publications as well. Please double space. Use Times New Roman 12-point font. Have 1-inch margins and put your last name and the page number on the top right hand corner. And also, lastly, tell us in a brief cover letter your publication history. So good luck, guys. If you entered it, I entered it. I was working on this for like 2 weeks, polishing chapter 1, making it good. You know, doing the whole editing. I was working on that, so that was keeping me busy. And I entered it. Hopefully, you never know. See what happens.
Good luck to everybody.
Yeah, good luck, guys. Hopefully you win.
Hopefully.
Yeah, man.
That's what's happening.
What's going on with you? You working on anything right now?
Well, what I've realized after my little mini vacation is that I might be an actual vampire.
What? Whoa. First, what vacations did you take?
We just went to San Diego, SeaWorld. We just stayed there 2 days, whatever, and went to the theme park.
Which theme park?
SeaWorld.
Oh, you know, I've never been there.
My first time, too. It was my first time, man. I'd never been there.
Is it a recommendation?
If you have kids, it's a nice place to take kids. You know, they have a few roller coasters that were cool.
But if I were to go by myself, nah?
I don't know. Do you like marine life?
It's cool.
Yeah, if you like marine... Nah, you know what? They do have some cool stuff. They have the shark aquarium, which is really dope. Because you could go, like, below. They had, like, this little tunnel you fall in. They're, like, swimming all around you.
Okay,
and shit,
that's cool.
You know, like an aquarium. It was really cool. But the reason, what I'm getting to is, I forgot to put sunscreen on because I didn't really think I was going to need it. You know what I'm saying? I'm Latino, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Born in Colombia and all that, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I've had my moments where I was brown, but I haven't really been in the sun much, you know what I'm saying, these past years.
Damn.
So I get pale as fuck. And so I went, and I didn't think I was going to get sunburned, man. I'm talking about my arms look like fucking crawfish arms right now. Red as fuck, you know what I'm saying? My head's red, dude. My fucking head is all red and peeling and shit.
Damn, bro.
But the worst is on the back of my neck, dude. That shit looks nasty, though. It's like
You're a redneck for real.
For real, that's what I'm saying. Like a big-ass brown motherfucking, mark on me and shit. I'm like, damn, bro. And
sunburn is real.
For real, I had never got sunburn like this, people. I was like, wow. I really got to avoid, sunlight, man. It's like...
Not avoid it.
Children of the night.
Yeah. You need that vitamin D.
My name is the Count. I was looking for the Count, too, because they have a lot of Sesame Street characters. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it's at SeaWorld. And I was like, if I see the Count, I'm going to take a picture with him. Vamp life. Shout out to the Vamps. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Cyber Vamps. But nah, that was just my little story, man.
Damn, you got burned right.
Man, for real.
Yeah, you need that.
People use sunscreen, especially if you're in hot-ass California, where you are experiencing a triple-digit heat wave right now that's killing us.
Yeah, please use sunscreen, but also please do take some vitamin D from the sun.
Oh yeah,
it's very helpful.
I take vitamin D,
especially you have anything like anxiety
D,
or stress. It helps with that. So make sure you get your daily dose of vitamin D. It helps. But yeah, like Diego said, please use sunblock.
Please. All right, folks. Well, got anything else to talk about? Or should we wrap it up?
One more thing about Netflix.
Netflix.
I did not see it, but there is a show, Zombies Resident Evil.
Yeah, I was gonna talk. I forgot all about that. Yeah, did you watch it?
I saw like 5 minutes of it. It's an animated series. I watched like 5 minutes of it, and then I started doing something else.
Right.
It looks interesting.
It looks cool, but there's one thing as a gamer. It looks a lot like a cutscene.
What's a cutscene?
You know, a video game cutscene. You know, the animated.
Okay, gotcha.
And so, as a gamer, I'm just waiting to press start just so I can get my gameplay on.
Yeah.
Because there was a animated CG movie like that back in 2006, and it was Resident Evil, and it had Leon in it.
Was it good?
No, I watched it. It was about an outbreak, as always.
Yeah.
And in the same issue, I was like, man, I just want to press start and play this shit. Because it looked, video game cutscene, and the trailer for this one looks a lot like the same, but I haven't watched it, so I can't really say if the story's good or not.
I saw the first 5 minutes of it, and it takes place. I don't even know where, but it's some war going on.
Resident Evil.
Yeah, some war is going on, and some soldiers get captured by. It looks like, I don't know, somewhere in Baghdad or some shit like that. And they get the American soldiers. They get captured, and then they get strung up, their limbs cut off, and they're hanging from some sculpture. And then one of them comes back to life, and then that's where I stopped watching it. So it looks interesting, but I didn't stop watching it because I got bored. I just started doing
shit to do.
Yeah, had to carry on with my life. You can't just sit around watching shit all day.
Yeah.
I got shit to do.
The best time to watch is at night,
Yeah, but it looks interesting. I'll watch it and give you guys my feedback on it. So that's something else that's out there, zombie related, for any zombie fans out there.
Speaking of Resident Evil, have you played the new game or seen any trailers for the Resident Evil 8?
Negative.
It came out like 2 months ago, I think.
Nah, have you?
Yeah, and I downloaded it, played it. I haven't beaten it. And if JB from what's the last drop, the podcast, is hearing this, I know you said I wasn't gonna beat this game anytime soon, and yes, sir, you are correct. Because my ass is slow as fuck when it comes to video games. I take my sweet ass time with them, and I haven't really played it again. But it is creepy, man. Instead of zombies, though, they got werewolves, which is you're writing about a werewolf.
Yeah.
So
werewolf related. Yeah.
Zombies and vampires. They got this tall ass white lady in there, just like a vampire. She's tall as fuck. And I haven't gotten to that part. Well, actually, I did. You go to the castle, and eventually she finds you, and she starts chasing you around that bitch.
Is she a werewolf or she's a vampire?
She's a vampire. She's like this pale-ass, big booty white lady.
Maybe she went to San Diego. Maybe that's why she's so cool.
Maybe. But, yeah, it's crazy, man. They got all kind of other things in it, all kind of creepy shit. I didn't see any zombies, so I don't think zombies are in it. Oh, actually, they are, but they're really easy to... They're like pushovers, basically. Oh,
okay.
Kind of like the zombies in that movie we were talking about. No, when we were talking about Army of the Dead, I thought the regular zombies in that movie were really... Because remember, old girl was killing them. The girl that looked like Vasquez from Aliens.
Yeah, that's right.
They totally ripped that off. I'm just saying.
It's cool.
It was cool, but come on. But other than that, though, it's been a pretty cool experience, though. It's like the werewolves are pretty cool. I'm glad they're taking Resident Evil into a different direction because of horror.
Zombies,
yeah. Because that gets a little stale,
Yeah, you got to change it up every now
and
then. Any plugs? You want to plug in something?
Not that I could think. Oh, actually, I got 2 plugs, actually.
Go ahead.
One for a podcast that has not begun, but you are familiar with your homie, Rob, right? Rob Bacon?
Yeah, I know the guy.
Right. So me and him are about to do a crazy-ass podcast, and
nice.
People might not be expecting this from me, but I am a little bit into the ufology, aliens, and all that shit.
You really?
I want to believe. I'm a little bit of a Mulder. You know what I'm saying? I think Rob might be a little bit Scully. Yeah, he might be a little bit of Scully, but he's interested in the subject though. So So we might do a podcast. I was doing the graphic for it. It's called "Let's Talk About Them Aliens." You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna talk about all the disclosures and all that. I don't know when because we got to set that up so we could probably do a Zoom call or something. And we'll do that, and hopefully it come out good. I don't know. I don't know. People, it's a very experimental thing to do, so hopefully people enjoy it. But it is a big subject right now.
We're talking about it. Let me get your opinion on it. Do you believe?
I personally have had a few encounters. Well, not encounters in the term of a first. What do you call that shit? First encounter and anything like that. But I have recorded some weird shit.
Yeah.
In the sky and right here, like right by my house. It was a weird ass red orb. I even filmed the shit, but unfortunately it was on my iPhone, so it didn't capture it as well as it. Looked to the naked eye.
Okay.
But basically, I got home from work one day.
Yeah.
And I looked at the sky, and I seen this reddish thing in the sky, and it wasn't like the moon or anything. I was like, what the fuck is that? At that time, I wasn't like, oh, aliens, UFO, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That wasn't my first thought. I thought it was an asteroid that was passing by because it was one supposed to pass by.
Okay.
So I was like, wow, that's cool, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
But then I was like, wait the fuck, this shit's like moving down and like hovering and shit. Like I thought it was in space, you know what I mean? But nah, this shit was like in
Could
the
you tell if it was
sky.
like a drone, maybe?
No, it's like the lights were not lights like like typical aircraft lights. There was no blinking lights. It was more like, the best way I could describe it is like fire in the sky. Damn. Which is weird because it was like,
there's a movie called Fire in the Sky.
Yeah, which is also about aliens, but now I see what they mean because it was like a reddish orb.
Huh.
And the inside was kind of like orange, like it was like pulsing. It was weird. It was a weird thing to see.
Damn,
and I didn't know what the fuck it was. I'm not saying it's aliens because I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what it was. It could have been some weird weather phenomenon.
You should put that on your YouTube. You have a channel, right?
I did put it on YouTube because I wanted to, see if anybody else can corroborate. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I put it up there. And
when
it
did
got
you
hits
film
and
this?
whatever way back in like 2014 when I first moved here.
Okay.
And if we were to go out to my backyard, it was the way I seen it in the air, and then it ended up going all the way down and hid behind the fucking mountain over here, the little hill.
Right now we're in Riverside.
We're in Riverside, and it's like I live kind of like in hills and shit.
Yeah.
And so I filmed it with my iPhone all the way till it went down, but it was so hard to film because on iPhones it's so hard to zoom in, especially at night, and so it doesn't capture it well. You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
Which is why I bought a camcorder, so in case I ever had that kind of shit happen, I can record it
now
with
you're ready.
HD. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was
Get
crazy.
That 4K.
Man. It was a crazy experience, and I've had other. Like my first one was in Colombia. I seen it was like a light in the sky zigzag, and my whole neighborhood was up there like
the fuck
is that? You know what I mean? Yeah. So I don't know what that was either. It wasn't a plane. Huh. The planes don't move like that, So who knows?
That's interesting.
Yeah. So
well, good luck with that podcast.
Yeah,
we'll be listening once you guys started.
I already know people gonna call me crazy, but hey, what do you expect? Art of Lunatic. I mean, it's in itself. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But on to the next plug. I did record a new podcast this week with my homies from down south, from the Dirty South, Biloxi 228. Shout outs to Muddy Water Team. Those are the guys who I used to do music with. And so we started a new podcast. It's going to be called The Grow Podcast, and that's an acronym. And if you listen to the podcast, my homie will tell you what that's about.
What topics you guys?
Mainly music industry type things, advice for artists coming up, you know what I mean, and breaking down the business, because the business for music industry is really complicated.
Yeah. And
a lot of young artists get fucked over real quick on royalty money and stuff like that. So it's basically us just trying to put that out there, and then at the same time promote our stuff, our merchandise, our brands, our CD, our music, stuff like that.
Nice.
So, people, it's a Muddy Water Multimedia. That's going to be the YouTube site. Well, it is the YouTube site, but I do plan on having it on iTunes and all that. But right now, we're in the submission process.
Okay. And
that might take a week or two, so stay tuned, people. Shout outs to the whole Muddy Water Enemies of the State, Richie Gaddy, everybody out there, you know what I'm talking about.
Nice.
All right.
For me, none, man. If you guys are interested in reading a zombie book, I know a guy who wrote one. It's called Wrath of the Undead.
It's on Amazon, folks.
Yeah,
I recommend it. It's a good read.
Yeah, it's all right,
Exactly. But, I think that author's always working on new stuff, so.
Yeah, he should be working on something. I don't know when it's going to come out, but I'll definitely have a talk with him, tell him to hurry his ass up. But I think he's planning to get, super focused on it after his wedding, which would be in September. So after that, that's when he's going to just work on that keyboard. Man, fire's gonna be.
You're gonna be like Stephen King, homie. Like you got to get in there and just be
this
focused.
Dude, man, I forgot how many words he writes, but I'm like, I think 10,000 words. I'm like, I'm barely doing 500.
That dude has an imagination, boy.
Man, he just sits there and just types. But that's the process, It takes a long process.
They're trying to get him to do something. I forgot what project, but they're working on something new, and they're wondering if if he was interested in doing it, or he asked people something. I forgot what it was, but he was in the news recently about it. I forgot what it was, but I think it was for a movie related type thing, and I think it is horror related. So yeah, Stephen King, he's as weird as he is, he does come up with really cool ideas, obviously, or else that many movies wouldn't have been made, you know what I'm saying, from him.
Seriously, this you know how much Stephen King is worth right now?
No.
400 million is his net worth.
Might have to ride that fool, homie.
Man.
Might have to ride that fool. No, I'm just playing. We do not promote robbery in Berkeley. I'm joking, but yeah, you know what I'm saying? He's a.
It seems like anything that is written, they want to either make a adaptation of it, like either a show or a movie. So anything this dude touches is gold.
Yeah, no matter what the critics say, he still makes money,
Yeah, he's making money. But yeah, I think we'll wrap it up here, guys.
Yeah. This was a long podcast, so I'm glad we were able to, come back in full form, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, hopefully we'll get together again soon and discuss some new topics, some new stuff. But good talking to you, man.
For sure. It's good having Easy E come back, you know what I'm saying? So we about to wrap it up, man. Any plugs? You can visit the Dark Dimension LLC website anytime. You know what I'm saying? We have all the links there. artoflunatic.com. You could all my links are there too. From my TeePublic store and everything. So, And
hopefully we'll have this podcast up soon.
Very soon. I'll be editing tonight, folks. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
All right, you guys have a good one.
Peace.